Hey, it's your favorite Andrina. And I don't know about y'all, but I feel amazing on today. I feel amazing on today because I picked that choice each and every single day that no matter what life is serving me, I am going to feel good. I am going to feel amazing. I am going to live out life. I am going to be all that and then some, unapologetic. But today episode is one of the episodes I've been waiting on. Me and her have been laughing and giggling like it is nothing. And I'm ready for her to come and give us that 1, 2, 3 because she can, she will, and she is purpose to. Listen, y'all, I have the go-getter of all go-getters sitting here with me. And man, she just put a spin on me like today. She done hyped me up today, y'all. She done made me feel good today. She said, Andrew, keep on going, keep showing up, no matter what the people say, keep on going. So I am introducing no other but Annette Morris, and she's coming on today to tell us about living bigger and the 4 steps to convert to your dream life to real life. And that is real because right now, some people are struggling to execute. Some people are struggling to unlearn some things and learn what they need in order to go to the next level in life, in order to obtain their desires. And Annette is coming to give us that push. She's coming to give us that motivation that we need, that empowerment that we need in order to elevate. Annette, please holler at the people for me.
Hey y'all, hey.
I told her, I said, I love her accent, y'all. Annette, where are you from?
Louisiana, of course.
Girl, I love it. I love it. I love your accent. So tell the
Yes,
audience, tell the people who you are.
I am Annette Morris. I am the owner of Go Getter LLC, and it's our vision at Go Getter LLC to help women identify their God-given gifts and convert their gift into a 5 to 7 figure income generating business that allows women to support their lives and their legacies.
Ooh,
And that's
that
who
is
I am.
amazing.
Yes,
That is amazing.
yes.
You don't put a spin on that already. 6 figures, 7 figures. Girl,
Yes,
you got our
absolutely.
ears up now, honey. You got our ears up now. Listen, tell the people, how did you get started in your branding and your business?
So I actually got started. It wasn't my desire. Let me just tell you, I heard a voice from God, and He was like, it was time. Because at the time, I was working full time. I have a master's degree in mental health counseling, so I was
Mhm,
working full time as a supervisor for a social service agency.
mhm,
And when God told me it was full time, I had started a nonprofit at the time, and I was working with youth. And we had gotten a grant in contract to provide a youth summer program,
mhm.
a 6-week summer program. And we were teaching youth life and social skills and entrepreneurship skills. Well, God was like, well, it's time to step out and work, full time on a nonprofit. And I was like, mm-mm. Because the nonprofit wasn't even making like full time money for me to leave a job that was paying me every 2 weeks, even though it wasn't all that great. The salary wasn't all that great, but it still,
Right.
it was more than a wing and a prayer. So I was like,
Yes.
that could, that message couldn't have been meant for me. Let me figure out who God was talking to. And girl, when I tell you know how God works, girl, He gonna beat
Yes.
you until you be like,
Do
let
it.
me pull myself
Yep.
together.
Yep.
So it took me about a month to figure out that God was really talking to me and for me to actually take the leap. And next month would be 11 years ago that happened.
Woo, woo, you better come through. You better come through because this walk here, this saying yes, I was just saying, this saying yes to your calling, your dream, and your
Mhm.
purpose is not easy. Even though we
At
make it
all.
look easy, I
At all.
promise you it's not
Mm-mm.
easy. And we quick to
Mm-mm.
ask God, are you sure? Is you sure
Are
this
you
is what you
sure?
want me to want to do?
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
looking for the abundance. I'm not looking for the
I
hard
ain't got
work.
it yet. Yeah,
But
yeah,
that is
exactly.
amazing. That is amazing to
Yeah,
know 11 years. I celebrate you standing in the game for 11 years and propelling higher each and every single time.
yeah.
So you got what got you started in establishing the go-getter?
So what happened was when I got out into full-time entrepreneurship, I was working with youth and I realized I didn't like all children. It's just the reality of where I was like, Lord did not call me to small children. I loved working with the teenagers, but my nonprofit was structured to work with children from 5 to 18.
Mhm.
I didn't like the little children. I'm like, God called somebody else to them. That's not my ministry. God called me to women and to teenagers. But because the nonprofit was structured that way, I could not work with women, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and so I prayed about it. And then the next thing Goal Getter was developed so that I can work with teenagers and women. And again, I just recognized that that was my calling, both the teenagers and the women, but more women than teenagers But those are my two target audiences, the teenagers and women, and not the small children. And so I started Goal Getter. Initially started out the business. I started out doing consultant work for behavior health agencies, actually setting up different behavior health agencies, as well as doing their compliance consulting. And then it just kind of grew from there. So other people were coming to me, you know how to start a nonprofit? I want to do a nonprofit. I'm like, sure, let me, whatever. And then it just kind of blew up from there, right? So from me being a consultant to behavior health agencies to developing nonprofits, people were like, well, you know how to write grants? Sure, I know how to write grants. I learned that in grad school, started grant writing. So it just kind of propelled and just grew from there and just kept spinning. And I started Goal Getter April 27th of 2012. So it actually officially made 10 this year.
Oh, man.
And just been growing ever since, doing, whatever God dropped in my spirit. Like yesterday was my 10-year anniversary for the time that I authored my first book, published my first book. So yesterday.
We celebrate you. We celebrate you.
Yeah, so
we celebrate you.
Some longevity in the game, but it's all God calling. That's it, really.
And so I love that name, Go Getter. I love that name because to me, it means you have to take action. You must take action. And a lot of times people don't want to take action. They want to talk a good game, but they don't want to take action. And so why do you think that people remain stuck in dreaming and not living in their real life?
Well, what happens is that, and I'll use for example, because the name Goal Getter is not just the name of my business, it's actually how I live, right? I've been doing vision boards for years, right? And I used to do like vision board parties, but I do events now because we do the action planning and everything with it. And I realized like when I was just doing the vision board parties, a lot of people will come there and they will create beautiful vision boards, right? And you have your pictures on it and the words and all the other things. And then nothing would ever manifest, right?
Right.
And so when I would see people later on in the year, and I'm like, well, what did you, what happened with the vision board? How did you accomplish your goals or whatever? And it was like, oh, I forgot to put it up, or it was in the back of my closet. And then I started realizing like people don't make things manifest because they leave out the most important part of goal setting, right? Which is goal getting. Goal getting is actually taking the action necessary to bring this from vision into fruition. So people stay stuck here because they miss that intricate part of taking the necessary action steps to make this come into manifestation, right? Or a lot of them don't even know where to start. Like, what action step do I need to take? What's the first action step? What are the manifestation does not come through osmosis. It's not magic. You literally have to work the plan in order to bring it from vision into fruition. And so a lot of people get stuck at the setting of the goal and don't know how to move to make it manifest. So that's where the issue is. Either they get stuck there, or they're fearful, or they're lazy. It's either one of them, right?
Right. So, they don't want to work the plan. They don't want to work the. They don't want to work the strategy. They don't want to work the plan. They see the vision, but they don't realize that you got to work in the vineyard. They don't want to do anything. You have to work the plan in order to get the results. And a lot of times people stay stuck because, like you just said, they're either lazy, procrastination, and fearful of being success, but they rather be stuck than be fearful in their success and in their living. That's amazing. And so what mindset do you think people need to have in order to be that goal getter, in order to manifest their vision, in order to take their life to that next level? What mindset do you think that they need to start having?
First of all, you have to have a go get it, a mindset, right? Like no matter what, this is what I want, and I'm gonna do everything necessary that's legal to make this come from my dream life to my real life, right? So you have to have a go-getter type mentality, right? Also a positive mindset, because you can't operate in the negative mindset and think that you're gonna manifest good things, right? Good things don't come off bad soil, right? Ain't nothing good manifesting off bad soil. So you have to have a positive mindset, stay surrounded by positive people, feeding yourself positive affirmations, all of those things, right? And a determination, go-getter type mindset in order to make anything come to fruition. And it doesn't matter how big or how small a goal is. If you're not focused, if you're not in a positive mind space and spiritually positive, all of those things work together to bring forth whatever it is that you want. So if you are off mentally, off spiritually, then you probably still won't make that thing manifest.
But what if life is serving? Listen, people don't realize that us as entrepreneurs and CEOs of our business, they think that life don't serve us obstacles and opposition, right?
What?
I'm telling you, they see the photo shoot, they see the flyers, they like, oh, I just love it, I want to do it. And it's like, you come on, because this right here is this is work. This is work.
Right.
So even though you saying it's about the mindset, it's about the people that you attach to, what do you do when the opposition and obstacles still come in your life? Because that's when people really quit, or they really understand that they're equipped to move forward in life. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I understand exactly what you're saying. You don't, first of all, like you said, they see the photos from the photo shoot. You don't know if I was falling to pieces right up until the man snapped the photo.
Man.
You don't know. You don't know.
Man, they don't know.
Life be lifing for everybody, right?
For everybody.
I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I take care of my elderly mom. So I always have something going on, right? But you could allow that to distract you, or you could allow those things to push you into determination to accomplish whatever the goals are, right? So I know that it's mandatory for me to be successful in my life.
Man,
it's mandatory. It's not even an option.
Man,
right?
I love that. You better quote that. You better quote that. You better quote that and hashtag your name. It's mandatory to be successful. I'm telling you. I love it. So tell us, I'm ready for this one, honey. The 4 steps. The 4 steps to get folks from stuck to standing to winning.
Absolutely. So the first step is you actually have to set a goal.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just wing it. It can't just be running around in your head. You have to set it in writing, right? Because the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. It don't say let it run around in your head. You got to write it. You got to hang it somewhere where you see it, where it's visible. All those things, right?
Right.
It has to be, because again, when the Bible says write the vision, make it plain, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just making it plain to anybody else that look at it. It's making it plain to you, because just think about it. When you have ideas running around in your head, you confused as hell most of the time.
That's
right? Because it's just running
right.
around in my head. When you write it and could see it, it makes it plain to you, not just the person that the other people that's looking at it. It's plain to you as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Write the vision, write the goal. That's step 1.
Listen,
that's step 1.
But that step right there, people also forget that writing the vision makes you accountable.
Exactly.
It makes you accountable. Because if you write it, then that means you got to execute it.
You got to execute it, right? And that's why some other people are uncomfortable too, because now if somebody else see it, they're gonna hold you accountable for it.
Yeah, because they don't want to be held accountable. Yeah, you will hold us accountable.
Will I?
I love it. I ain't sending you no notes. I'm not sending you no notes, Annette. I'm not sending you no notes, because you'll be like, Andrina, you said,
did you
like,
girl,
did you do if you don't move around right now,
look, in my journal on this date, you had told me that you wanted to, okay? Yes, that's me.
I love it. Give us 2. Give us number 2.
Step 2 is create the action plan, right? Because what happens is that a lot of people get stuck in the goal setting stage and never move to goal getting, right? Because you're not going to get it if you stay stuck in just putting a pretty picture on a vision board and going about your business.
Oh man.
So I'll use, for example, if your goal is to purchase a home, you cannot put a picture of a house on a vision board and then by the end of the year be like, okay, God, drop the house on me. That is not how that works.
Right.
That's not how that works, right?
Right.
You literally have to map out the action plan. So what is it? Do you have the necessary credit score to secure the home loan, right? No, then step 1, you need to work on your credit, right?
Right.
You know you're going to need a down payment for the house, right? So how are you going to get it? Do you make enough money in your present job? Do you need to get a second job? Do you need to start a hustle? What do you need to do to get the money for the down payment, right? You know, another step in the process is you're going to have to get a real estate agent, right? Do you know of any real estate agents? You need to establish that relationship, right? If you don't know anybody, then who do you know that knows a real estate agent, right? So then you have to do your search for a real estate agent that aligns with you, that y'all on the same wavelength energy, that y'all could work together and be in a good relationship to get you that home, right? Then you have to get pre-qualified. So you have to make sure she connect you with whatever it is, and you go through that whole phase of pre-qualifying XYZ. Then your next step is actually determining where you want to live, what area, what state, what city, XYZ. Start going looking for houses, right? The last part of it is so getting to the title company, signing it, and securing your home, right? But that is the whole action plan to go from this being a picture on your vision board of a house, you want a house, to you doing mapping out all the necessary action steps, right? So these are the things that I know I have to do to make this thing come into manifestation. So mapping out what the action plan is. And then we have a planner, right?
Right.
And this is a 12-month planner. I tell everybody, map out that whole action plan throughout the year, right? So if you know the first phase, if you know your credit score has to be 700 and yours is 400, then you probably need to start at that credit, right? So what are you going to do? And this actually makes you take action steps daily, weekly, monthly to accomplish your goal in a 12-month time frame, right? So what are you going to be doing every day? Map that out. What are you going to be doing once a week? Map that out. What are you going to be doing every month to bring that up, right? So once your credit score is up to where it needs to be, what's the next step, right? So you map it out throughout the year, giving yourself enough time to bring this into manifestation, because that's a big goal. But if you have a small goal, something like, I want to go to Houston for a weekend, then that's simple, right? That doesn't require as many action steps. That requires you to get the plane, get the airline ticket,
right,
and rent a hotel, and then go, right? So those
right.
are fewer action steps. That's something that you could accomplish quicker than the home buying process if you know your credit score is low. And for one, it has a lot more action steps in place. So actually mapping out the action plan and then actually setting timetables to each of it. Get some type of planner. If you don't get the goal, get a planner, which I do recommend you get the goal, get a planner.
Yeah.
Get some type of planner that will help you.
So Annette can keep us accountable and be responsible for what we're saying, for being responsible for what we're saying. I love it, Annette. I love it. I'm going to get me one of those action plans, and I'm going to inbox and show you I'm writing in it.
Okay.
I am. So you can say, oh, Andrea, I saw your notes. And is you on this? Are you on this?
Yes.
That's
Are
awesome.
you on this? Yes.
Map it out. Give us number three.
Number three is you actually have to take the action. You got to take the steps, right? Because it don't matter if you have the goal and the plan. If you don't move and take the action, then it's not going to manifest. So you actually have to actively work on your credit. You actively have to call somebody that's a real estate agent and establish a relationship and do whatever you need to do to nurture that relationship. So actually getting into action, making the movement, right? Because we know faith without works is dead. That's the same as a goal, right? Goal without works is just as dead as faith without works. So you actually have to look at these action steps and do whatever it is that's on your action plan on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis to see full manifestation of whatever that goal is, right?
That's the only way you're going to get the results. But a lot of times that's where people stop at. That's where people stop at. And you know it and I know it. That's where people stop at. They say they want your services. They come for your service. And then when you give that third one, okay, I need for you to do this in order for you to get the results. That's where people stop at. That's where they stop at. What's number four? What's number four?
Number four is enjoy the manifestation.
You better go on. You better
enjoy the manifestation.
But you got to do the work first.
You got to do the work. You got to do the work. But once you put the work in, then you can enjoy the full manifestation of whatever that vision is. And I use that 4-step process for anything that I want to accomplish in life, from places that I want to travel to whatever big goals. If I want to buy a new house, if I want to add another stream of income in my business, whatever it is, I use that 4-step process for it all.
Man, that was some good food right there. That was good food right there. Now that was a good recipe right there with the ingredients. Now we got to get the work. So let the audience know your upcoming events and how they are able to reach you and work with you, because they need your accountability. I love it.
Absolutely. So we are in a planning phase of, I just did a masterclass this past Saturday called Streams Over Stress. And that's a course that we actually have. So if they wanted to get the course, they can actually get the course. But I did a one-on-one in-person course for some entrepreneurs, just to kind of teach them how to identify and implement various streams of income in their business, because I'm that person, teaching entrepreneurs how to identify, implement, and then leverage those streams of revenue to support the life that they want to live. So that course is actually on my website. It's out there. If you want to secure that course, it's streamsoverstress.com. And get the course is only $47. But as far as events, I don't have anything coming up right now personally for me. I'm going to be speaking on different conferences. I have a conference that I'll be speaking on coming up in July in Tulum. So that's my next speaking engagement, just kind of speaking on different platforms at this point. But my own events, I don't have anything planned for myself because I have so much going on with other people right now.
But how can they work with you? Give them information.
Yeah, connect with me. I am on Facebook, Annette J. Morris, MA. I'm on Instagram, Annette J. Morris, MA. And then my business information is Goal Getter LLC on Facebook and Goal_Getter_University on Instagram. And then a website, www.goalgetterforever.com. You can find me on all of those platforms. On a website, naturally, you'll find all of our services, how to contact me, all of these other things. It's all there on the website.
Man, you are amazing, Annette. You are amazing.
Thank you.
Girl, you is the wing woman of all wing women. You hear me? You are straight the wing woman. Lord, if you want to get it done, y'all better call Annette. She going to give you a scripture. She gonna give you a plan, and you better walk that dog straight on out. You hear me? I love it. Thank you so much for blessing us and holding us accountable to our greatness. Give us an empowerment nugget that we can take with us on this week.
Because today is Monday and I love doing motivation on Monday. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, it is yours for the taking. Not yours just for the asking, but yours is for the taking. First of all, believe and then go after wholeheartedly whatever it is that you want in life. Don't let anything stop you, including you. Get out of your own way so that you can accomplish everything that you want to manifest in the earth realm.
Ooh,
in the earth realm.
You better walk
All
that
right?
dog. You better walk that dog. You better walk that dog. You hear me? Listen, this is your favorite Andrina and Miss Annette. We came and gave you that 1, 2, 3 because we can, we will, and we're purpose too. Annette, I am so grateful that you show up in your greatness each and every single time.
Thank you.
In your lane, and that you're saying that you're not going to allow anything or anyone, not even you, to stop you from shifting lives to the next level. I'm grateful for you. I celebrate you, and I wish nothing but much success for you. Listen, this is your favorite Andrina. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing, amazing week. And if not, listen, it's up to you. But in the meantime, always remember this: your purpose is greater than your struggle. Your struggle is your stepping stone to get you in your purpose. This is your favorite Andrina. Stay amazing.